Hi everybody, I'm Shreya and I'm going to be taking this TED talk on the topic crafting your reality. So I really like the use of the word, the specific and intentional use of the word crafting here. Craft. Craft is a skill, and we all know that we can learn, develop and better skills with time and with practicing. So that's what I'm here to do. Before I also dive deep into the topic, I would like to mention a philosophical saying, which is, there are 3,000 realms of possibilities in one single moment of life. This specifically means, this means that at any given point in life, our realities are always a function of our life state. And that if we change our life state, we can change our environment, essentially. I'll take this one again. This means that 3,000 realms of possibilities in one single moment of life means that at any given point in life, our life state is somewhat proportional to the environment that we are living in. So now we all have our specific possibilities that we want to live in, our desired realities that we'd rather live in instead of our present and current circumstances. So how do we close that gap? How do we close the gap between what we want, the desired reality, and where we are at this current moment in life? I'm here today with that intention, that somewhere involving the law of cause and effect and using your life state and with the help of your skills, how do we craft that desired reality? I have tried to break it down to 3 very simple steps. I know everybody here is very knowledgeable. I am in an IIT. But I've intentionally kept the language of this talk extremely simple because TEDx goes beyond IITs. So with the intention that it will help many people from youth, not just in India and across the world itself. So I start. The 3 simple steps. We all must have at some points in our life definitely heard about them, read about them, seen them on social media, but have we ever implemented them? Maybe we have. Have we for a longer period of time? If we have, I'm sure in the audience I will find people who will back me up on what I'm going to share with all of you today. Step 1, direct your words and thoughts. Now, our words and our thoughts, I think, are so crucial in not just our daily experience, but also in what type of life we lead, what will happen eventually in our life. And I genuinely believe that everyone in life, myself included, are 100% responsible for everything that we face, the good and the bad. Often in life, we speak or think our way to it, either by really spiraling into depression and anxiety when we are worrying about the future or fear of the unknown or anxious in general about something we have to face. Or we create greatness in our life by being excited and eager and positive about something in the near future. And that essentially leads us to wherever, that feeling will lead you. So now when we talk about, positive words, positive thinking, we know there are many, many different ways to go about it. There are affirmations. There is mirror work, which I personally believe is life transforming. And if, you really are trying to master the game of self-talk and, your thoughts and your words, all of it, mirror work is the place to start. It can also be something as simple as your self-talk or the talk that you do to other people as well. Even that has a very big impact on how you feel from moment to moment. Second step, faith. Faith. I feel faith is the most important of these 3 steps. Now, the first step and the second step will really cancel out each other or be neutralized. Their effects will be neutralized if we don't have faith. If we really don't believe the positive talks that we do with ourselves, or if you don't believe what you say to yourself when you look in the mirror and speak, then without faith, all of this is really futile and it will not lead you anywhere. In fact, if anything, you will just keep going back and forth, doing absolutely nothing, and you take 4 steps ahead and like 6 backwards. So, under this step, here is when I would like to dig a little deep into the law of cause and effect. So, just like the law in physics, the law of cause and effect is also a law, and I feel that it really is the one law that truly governs the universe. And because it is a law, can we really doubt it? Because I'm in the middle of so many logical and reasonable people today, I'm sure that that's the reason why I've tried to take a little more reasonable and logic-oriented way for this talk. So, the law of cause and effect essentially now says that whatever causes you create, you are bound to experience or witness the effects of that causes definitely. That is also what the law in physics states as well. Now imagine you are here creating the right causes, making the right deeds, creating the right causes with your thinking, creating the right causes with your speech, creating the right causes with your actions. Do you have any doubt that you will not get the right effect? If you have any doubts about that, we really have to sit and question a lot of perspectives you have about your life. I don't think that doubt will come up in this auditorium, but in general, that's what I mean when I say have faith. When you wouldn't question a law that you've studied over the years in school and colleges, why would you question something as simple as the same law, but in life, using the law in real practical sense, maybe not to make, gigantic mechanisms, but in small day-to-day business of your own life. Moving on to the third step, action and consistency. I know this is, probably very heard of. Action is important, action is important. Why is action important? Why? So, action and consistency. Action is important because if you don't take action, you yourself are succumbing to the fear that you have in your mind and you don't have enough faith. If you have faith over something, then you are 100% sure that because I've made the right effort or I've made the right causes in my terminology, that thing that I'm about to do is about to happen. Which means, why will I stop myself from taking action towards reaching that particular goal? Very, very, very basic example. You are thirsty. You want to have a glass of water. What do? Do you just think about it, or do you just ask for it, or do you, get up? Do you ask for it? Do you go to the kitchen and get it yourself if there's no one around? It's not like the water isn't there. The water exists. The thirst exists, right? You take the action and you create that into your reality. There's nothing different in achieving higher goals apart from, going and getting a glass of water for yourself. Definitely it's more complicated, and definitely the manifestation of something like that is not immediate. It does take time to come into your reality. The glass of water will not just be like a kitchen away for you, but it doesn't mean it will not happen. Now, when I started the talk, I had mentioned this philosophical saying that there are 3,000 realms of possibilities in one single moment of life, which means that by transforming your state of life, you can cause a change in your environment. Now, what is this life state? I would first like to I would first like to talk a little bit about that in a much general or in a much Gen Z language. A life state or a higher life state could be associated with a higher vibration, which also means, in layman's language, to feel good, to feel amazing. Or it's also known that the highest vibration, is usually the vibration of love or the vibration of appreciation. So let's talk about that now. How do we intentionally cause an increase in our life states? Is there any way where you can, by intention, increase your vibration? There are many, and it is also very subjective. It depends from person to person as well, but there are few tried and tested by billions, and we have heard them and seen them over centuries as well. But do we really stick to doing those? Starting from my personal favorite, and I think it's a game changer, gratitude. Say it, mean it, feel it, show it, all of it. The more, grateful you are for things in your life, you will have more things to be grateful for. It is that simple. And the more, I talk about gratitude, the more I only, can see the shift or jump in my own vibration. So gratitude is a cheat code to have a great leap in your vibration. There are also meditating and praying. Spirituality for me has also been, I think, my biggest support and my biggest strength, because I'm very spiritually inclined, because I meditate and I am someone who believes in effective prayers and effective chanting. I think those things, combined with the fact that I keep gratitude the center of my life, it all clubs very well together. Meditation and praying have innumerable benefits. I don't even need to start there. It's also known, when you meditate, you're not just in touch with the source of life itself, I feel, but you're also somewhere developing a very strong sense of intuition. And the inner wisdom, everyone is talking about the inner wisdom, and the gurus on Instagram, everyone who is trying to really promote this way of living, it's not really without any reason. There's so much depth in meditating that I can give another TED talk just on that topic. There are many more ways to have an instant increase in your life state. That could be something like working out or playing different type of sports or art or music or something like that. Now, we know all of these things, and essentially now that we have spoken about life state, what do we do with this high life state? If you've consistently maintained this high life state, and if you're making the right causes and the right efforts, in time you will get the fruit of whatever you're running after. It is just about that. Sometimes out of impatience, we lose the track, we get impatient, we get depressed. But the simple truth is, in life, not everything can be manifested within seconds or within days or within months. Few things in life may take more than a year or 2 years, or in my case, maybe 3 years and like a failed attempt to get to that point in life. But it doesn't mean it may not happen. And the most basic example of it would be, even when you're not specifically working towards that goal, but because you have made the causes and you have that intention in your mind, your life will invariably move in that direction. And I believe I truly am a living example of that moment. I have in time made right causes, and even if I have from the core of my being felt like it's not going in that direction, it actually went in that direction, and it went far ahead in that direction, I must say, without me realizing that all of this is happening, because we as humans cannot comprehend the vast workings of this universe and the mystical nature of everything in life. Concluding my talk, I would really like to say a very simple thing, which is, I don't know, it may, you know, a lot of youth here will definitely agree with me. We take a lot of pressure on ourselves of manifesting our results quickly, and, you know, definitely a lot of us do have real pressures from our families, or, you know, someone has a financial stress or something like that. But in the middle of all of that, if you really make everything that I've talked about outcome based, again, it will not, probably it will come into your life, but it may not have the same joy, because all the time that you were on the journey, on the preparation of getting where you want to get, you were miserable and you were anxious and you were not having fun. So even if, say, you get what you want, then what? You've spent so many years, so many days, or whatever part of the preparation or that reality that you wanted to build in just misery. So when the achievement finally comes, it doesn't give you that amount of satisfaction that it can if you really enjoy and take every challenge that comes your way as a form of character development and as something which is, you know, about to happen. So just have fun and be consistent, maintain a high life state, and in time you will see the results. Thank you, everyone.